nigga about to make the League of Villains now. Bro! Bro! Nigga! Bro, what? Bro, this nigga, that's the first thing the nigga do.
So our story continues after Vegito had just met the Z-Fighters, having told them to leave the battlefield now that both the android menaces they just spent 3 years training for had been eradicated by Vegito himself. Before, without warning, Ultra Vegito turns around, now surrounding himself in aura, as he yells, I thought I told you punks to get moving, or do you need me to help you? What are you doing? This energy, it's rising! Is he turning on us? Which of course begins to alarm the not so cocky now Vegeta, who had just witnessed the power of the mystery figure.
Crazy that he's not cocky right now.
In typical God-killer fashion, Vegito raises his hand, in the
Or
same
was
way
cocky.
he would just before Hakaiing his foes, until suddenly, in a throwback to Nappa, Vegito holds up 2 fingers whispering,
I know, he about to blow this bit up.
But
He about to
unlike
napalm
Nappa,
bomb this
the
joint.
2 fingers don't destroy the surrounding area, but instead coat the broken laboratory doors on the ground in the same aura that coated Vegito. And within seconds, they levitate up from the ground and reach back up to the entrance of the cave until, with a loud and abrupt bang,
Okay, so where's
the doors along
Gero,
with the
though?
crumbling surrounding rocks create a makeshift
'Cause he
barrier
still needs
to
Gero.
seal the entrance forevermore. What? Did he? Guess he wasn't kidding after all. As each of the Z-Fighters outside remain dumbfounded by the huge turn of events, basically now having been gatekept by an all-powerful figure from continuing any further with their quest, having to just take Vegito's word for it, the threat is now over, or challenge him and suffer brutal and guaranteed defeat.
Brutal and guaranteed defeat.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Ready for me, Doctor? Leaving Ultra Vegito with a pleased smile, as finally his interaction with the rest of the Z-Fighters is now surely put to an end, and he can get down to business. But from the outside, the makeshift barrier soon then closes completely to be even tighter and stronger than ever before, as everyone else,
so he made a
including
barrier.
Vegeta, just remains stunned into quietness. The silence only being broken when Krillin exclaims, Hey! You guys aren't actually thinking of breaking that door down again, are you?
Please don't.
Because he wasn't lying.
He's just gonna kill you.
Whoever he was, he did destroy.
Well, he
that
might not
powerful
kill
android
him.
He warned us about.
But
My
he definitely
Trunks,
gonna beat y'all ass.
I don't think we should tempt fate here. And for a moment, future Trunks hearing this, stays
Like he
silent,
did what y'all
not
wanted.
knowing what to say, before finally replying, yeah, that was definitely Android 17. I couldn't forget that monster's face even if I tried. And now, he's gone. Him and his sister come as a pair. If 17's gone,
Yeah,
I
18's
couldn't
already
imagine his
gone,
sister
yeah.
not doing something about it. So it
18's
must
already
be as that
gone.
guy said. He destroyed her too. But as Trunks says all this with a forlorn look as if still not satisfied, Tien Shinhan is quick to point out, well, what's the problem then? Listen, the way I see it, we trained all this time to defeat those 2 guys you warned us about.
Okay.
You warned us so that we could survive, and so they would be destroyed.
So y'all about to walk away from this, right?
We're alive, including Goku.
Right.
And those 2 are gone. We should be celebrating.
Yeah, celebrate.
I'm with Krillin. I say we don't push our luck and just leave that guy alone.
See, that's because this man Trunks is a little
But
bit.
despite Tien's logic,
Trunks is uneasy because, you know what I'm saying, he's just weary all the time, you know. He just likes to make sure that things are said and done. You know, and I can understand that, considering that his timeline is just like terrible, like everybody's dead, you know. So probably just a little bit nervous.
future Trunks still
But I ain't gonna lie though, Trunks, if you go back, bro, you about to make it worse for yourself. So hopefully you just leave him alone.
feels something is very off. As he continues, but this guy didn't exist in my timeline, Tien. And neither did that other android you fought, Android 19. I feel like my
So
arrival
they just
here
made
has
19?
changed a lot already in your timeline, but not in the ways me and my mother hoped. I can't be sure yet if this is good, or I have caused something even worse to happen instead. But you're probably right to leave this alone. He's not attacking us, and at least if something does happen now down the line, we'll have Goku with us soon.
He probably just didn't know about 19. It's probably that not that 19 didn't show up. He probably just didn't know about him because, I mean, Vegeta killed 19.
Mother told me in uncertain times like this, he'd always come through. But with future Trunks obliviously pressing the Goku button again right in front of the prince, it finally makes Vegeta snap. Kakarot, You think Kakarot would make a damn difference here?
Yes.
These amateurs may not have...
I don't know. He might try to get y'all killed, though.
Because
he don't want to fight Vegito.
Other level. He's like a god compared to us. What was the damn point of becoming a Super Saiyan? The legendary warrior my father told me of, if it was this easily outclassed. As soon, the utter rage and jealousy building in Vegeta becomes so palpable, it switches from the veins that bulge on his forehead to bursting forth from his body as a golden aura consumes him until...
This nigga powered up.
He blasts his energy.
Yo, this nigga just don't know when to give up, bruh.
Screaming as he does so, I will surpass my limits. This is not over.
I'm hoping you going back to train, bruh. Let's go train, dude.
Continuing his power up with no regard for anyone else as he gets everything off his chest. Trunks, Krillin, Tien and Piccolo all just covering themselves in shock, wondering what on earth the prince is doing. What the hell is your problem, Vegeta? Cool it before that guy comes back out. Shut it, Green Man. You and these weaklings can hide in fear all you want, but I will go get myself a new power. A power to surpass a Super Saiyan.
Alright,
I'll destroy that clown for taking my kill.
Crazy, because Vegeto's probably gonna get beat up by 17.
Fashion, then flying off at speed.
Like, he didn't even realize he just got his life saved.
Search of surpassing his limits.
But you know what? At least he took it in stride and went to go train, you know, because, like, I feel like normal Vegeta, you know, he would have definitely, like, just tried to go fight, bro. And it's like, dog, we don't need to do that. You don't need to fight everybody every single time a situation pops up, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I feel like he did what was best for, you know, this situation.
More. Father. Leaving future Trunks, meanwhile, to think on Vegeta's words and what they could mean. A power to surpass a Super Saiyan? What does he mean? Could there really be a form beyond what we have already?
I mean, I guess he can't
Piccolo,
feel the power
who takes
level of
Trunks' confused
Vegito.
look for wondering what that outburst was about, just explains, don't worry about him, Trunks. That's just Vegeta.
Yeah, that's how he
His
is.
ego has been severely damaged by what he just
Ha.
witnessed.
Said
He's
the
probably
thing.
headed back to Capsule Corp to train right now.
All right.
And he's not wrong too.
He about to force Bulma to make another pod, bro. He about to have Bulma in there slaving, making all types of hyperbolic time chambers and what is it, gravity pods.
We should all be continuing our training. If not for him, for any future threats that will come.
Right, he
We dodged
told
a
y'all
bullet
about the
today,
pink blob.
But that's not to say we won't have tougher battles in the future. To which Trunks once again stays silent for a moment to think introspectively before letting out, yeah, you're probably right. In any scenario, we all need to get stronger. I just wish Father would just be a little less rash.
Off to go train, right?
Z fighters not in agreement before shooting off into the sky. Ultimately,
Hopefully they don't get killed by Cell.
Finally, to his own devices.
Actually, yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't think he told him about Cell.
Meanwhile, back with Ultra Vegito, finally alone with the Doctor, he addresses him. So, you heard me then, Gero. When exactly are you going to get to work?
Right now.
I need a new arm, but not like that garbage you gave yourself in that blob 19. I need what you gave 17. No, even stronger than that.
You need like what Cell got.
But Gero hearing this is
Well, Cell's not an android, is he? I don't know.
Actually incensed, still, that he's being spoken to like a
Like
bitch.
Cell might be a Cell.
He thinks, who does he think he is? I'm no servant to be used as and when he wants. He should be my slave. A slave to my android abilities and infinite
Slave
life.
is crazy.
This man just destroyed my life's work in an instant, and now expects me to just work for him without question? And with his frustration bubbling over, for a moment, Dr. Gero loses sight of who he's talking to, and yells back, how dare you speak to me like that? Do you have any idea who I am?
Nigga, he just saved your life. Make him the arm and let him leave.
Millions to work when you were still in nappies. Yet you think I'll work for nothing in return? Tell me this. What will you do if I refuse?
Kill you, nigga, duh.
Everything I ever lived for. So why do you think I'd fear death by your hand? But Vegito,
Nigga,
who's
you don't
completely
wanna die.
unfazed by Gero's apparent bravery in the face of death threats, just replies calmly, well, if you didn't agree to make my arm, it's no problem really. I'd just find another way.
I'm just saying, you could just kill him and go get Bulma.
But what I
Like,
would do is of course first kill you, slowly and agonizingly.
Oh yeah.
Before then destroying that lunk of metal, Android 16 over there.
I'm just saying though, like, why not go with Bulma? She could probably make you something better, and on top of that, you get to see your wife again. I just don't understand why he won't go with Bulma. Like, we acting like Bulma is just not better. Bulma's better, bro. Like, come on now.
And then finally, come for your precious baby.
Said he got a kid? Oh, Cell.
And I'd erase him from the face of the earth before he ever got to be born.
Oh, he did know about Cell. I was wondering about, did he know Cell?
What? Did you just say? Of course, hearing this, Dr. Gero is left nothing short of gobsmacked. So much information that just couldn't be known.
He like, bro, how you know about that? That's top secret, gang. Like, don't nobody know about Cell.
How could he possibly know about Cell as well? 16 is one thing, but this is impossible. That settles it. This creature cannot be mortal nor from this dimension. That kind of knowledge has to be otherworldly.
He's catching on. He's catching on.
Even if I've lost 17 and 18, I cannot lose Cell.
Yeah, Cell is his last
Cell
hope.
is my only hope.
Yep. See what I tell you. What I tell you.
Now completely beaten mentally and accepting his predicament, Dr. Gero.
Funny how he basically didn't even believe in 16, and that's his own son. He knew his son was weak.
Stored within his body to compute exactly what he must do for the highest probability of survival, before eventually looking up at Vegito and lifting his arm to point to his right. He finally then concedes. Okay, I get it. I give up. You win. Your existence and knowledge of things you should not know will most likely never be answered. So let us just begin and get this over with.
You don't even know what he should or shouldn't know.
And get on the operating table. And we can start as you wish. And on hearing this, an immediate smirk of gratification then finds itself to Vegito's face, knowing he had finally broken the old man down to get what he wanted, as he lets out finally, "Excellent, Doctor. I knew you'd see it my way eventually. I guess you toasters can be useful sometimes."
Toasters.
And so some days pass, and we eventually return to see Ultra Vegito in an operating room within
Dang, he
Gero's
could've
lab,
killed you if he put
with
you
the
to
android
sleep,
doctor
gang.
himself beside, overseeing
got the
everything
arm.
that is happening. Most curiously though, as we peer at the presumably unconscious Vegito's face, we notice, even when connected up to oxygen, and with his eyes closed, he still maintains his Ultra form.
Yeah.
A showcase of either just how much he has now mastered the form, or a sign he is
Just how
ready
he's
even in this
stuck in
state
it.
for any sudden attack from Gero, or the numerous gods that now want his head. But most
I just feel like
importantly,
he's stuck in
now in place of where his left arm once was, is a completely
He bolted
robotic
that joint.
arm. Still in what seems to be an alpha stage with no skin covering it, and noticeably thicker and more durable than even
gonna put
the
the skin
ultra-powerful
on that?
limbs of 17 and
Now he's the
18.
Winter Soldier
The
Ultra
beginning
Vegeta.
of Cyborg Ultra Vegito's
Ultra
story
Vegito.
has just begun. But as
Android
Dr. Gero watches
Vegito.
over, it's clear he does still bear hatred in his heart and a mystery ulterior motive, as he thinks to himself, with him being so vulnerable right now, you'd think I could just finish him as is. Maybe with poison. Maybe by implanting a self-detonating bomb on his heart. But with there being no data on him, and just how easily he dealt with 17 and 18, I wouldn't even be surprised if he
blasted
got
her
at the
eye
very
off,
minute
bruh.
I attempted anything. No science in the world could ever explain exactly the kind of powers I have witnessed from this man. But soon, deep in his thoughts, a smile for some reason comes to Gero, as he continues, but if I'm to be forced like this, like a pitiful dog to do his wishes, by God, I will receive compensation in my own way. His power, his techniques, his DNA. Whoever and whatever this is will be fed directly to you, my greatest creation.
Cell?
You will no longer need those weaklings 17 and 18.
Oh, he's trying to
With
feed
this
him to
full power,
Cell?
Cell will finally
Oh, you
become
know what?
perfect.
Oh, he about to get this nigga some of Ultra Vegito cells. That's crazy, bro. Ultra Cell? About to have Ultra Cell in it?
Far stronger than he could have ever been with the twins. Goku, just you wait and see. And soon with that said, deep in another laboratory far off, a machine continues to work autonomously, containing a...
I'm surprised he didn't just fuse Cell
a
in
creature
Ultra
that as we
Vegito.
get closer to,
I like
all
a
of us as
Charmander.
OG Dragon Ball Z fans recognize as none other than Baby Cell. But with one key horrific difference. And just like that, with the DNA techniques and power of Ultra Vegito, this version of Cell gains Ultra Instinct. A new
That's
terror in this
disgusting.
timeline that will surpass
That's
all
disgusting.
others has been created
Cell having
by
Ultra Instinct is
Vegito
disgusting.
once again. And speaking of Vegito, a week later, we see him once again. His back turned, now in his base form, and finally with a new top, as we can hear him mutter,
Okay, he just doomed everybody on this planet, bro. If he don't kill Cell, everybody here is dead. And basically, he just set up all these people to go through the same thing he just had to went through. Like, that's tough.
Wow, that old geezer really did do a fine job here. I can barely tell it from my old arm. It even feels the same. As soon, when we see it from the front, Vegito was indeed not lying, as the new arm now is completely lifelike, grafted on with skin that perfectly matches Vegito, finally making the smirking Saiyan whole once again, as he says, "Yes, everything went to plan. I'm even healed up, and the Zenkai I've just got from that long rest, oh boy."
He get a Zenkai from sleeping? Bro, that's not real, bro.
Looks like Gero added all the little upgrades I needed too. And as soon as we get a closer look into the palm of Vegito's new robotic arm, it's clear at least what one of the upgrades.
Oh, he got the sucky thing,
the
right?
center of it is one of Dr. Gero's signature energy absorption devices.
Yeah, that's the 19
the
joint.
same ones both he and 19 had.
Oh, it's over
As
with when he
Vegito
fights
then
Cell.
directly
Well,
into
unless
the
Cell
shining
gets the
center and
tail
explains,
sucky thing.
Perfect. Just perfect. This combined with my spirit fission abilities,
Yeah,
I
that's
learned
gonna
with
be
Yardrise,
crazy,
will allow
bro.
me to take more than just the lives of those gods.
He
I'll
can literally take
their
the
damn
energy,
godly
bro.
king, too. But soon, noticing that Dr. Gero is also in the room, Vegito turns his head and abruptly questions, "So, old man, you're absolutely sure that this will allow me to absorb as much energy as I want, right? The same as what you and that refrigerator 19 had?" I would
This
want
nigga
you
a
to come back
refrigerator.
for a refund.
This nigga say a
His
refund?
senses have already come back to him. How is he possibly sensing the presence of an android like myself when I have no key?
Yeah, how does he?
But
sense
realizing there's no more point in questioning the unending abilities of Vegito, he then responds, "Yes, just as you wished. I've modified and supplied you a version that's even more advanced than ours.
Cap.
One that is more suitable to your own vastly different capabilities.
Yeah,
You
how
should
you
be
know
able
his
to absorb
capabilities?
as much energy as your body can handle. But after studying your DNA and anatomy closely, it's hard to know if you even have limits."
That nigga
But
don't.
Vegito, hearing this, only realizes one part of what Gero had said, gaining a cocky look on his mug before replying, "So you had a little look under the hood while I was unconscious, huh, Doctor? You know, I'm not sure that's
He
even
should charge you for that,
legal,
for real.
Whatever. What I need to know is, did you make all of the upgrades I needed?
That's
Including
all of
that special one I needed done."
I need to know the special
Hearing
one. Talk
Vegito's
to me,
first
gang.
insinuation, though, an awkward sweat drip comes down Dr. Gero's head as he mutters back, "No, I only looked at what was necessary, actually." Before then continuing,
So what, he gotta come back for a
"Yes,
second date to
it
Dr.
took some
Miami?
work, some of my best even. And I still don't know how you knew so confidently about what I was capable of doing. But
don't even know.
regardless, I've included each and every one of your requirements. Now,
I thought he
as
said he
promised,
didn't do that
I
last
have to
one, though.
ask you, will you leave here and spare my life as promised?"
I'll spare your life, but not Cell's.
But Vegito instead gives no reply, opting to stare at Gero menacingly with a curious look as he walks towards the doctor, slowly but purposely not uttering a word until, in a surprising act, he begins lifting 2 fingers, seemingly ready to finally turn on the doctor. But what kind of
He
gruesome
not gonna
method
turn on him,
will he
man.
choose to dispose of him with? "Oh, what are you doing? Stay back! I did everything as you asked! You promised me! You promised me! You really took a stranger's word for granted? You really are the dumbest genius I ever laid my eyes on, aren't you? Unfortunately, this is the way things have to go." By an
No.
incredible turn of events, Vegito ends up just patting the doctor on his shoulder.
Okay.
Now with a far more inviting smile, reminiscent of Goku, as he lets out, "Calm down.
This is Goku
Don't
side.
have a heart attack. I'm letting you survive, but not because of a simple promise. I'm letting you survive because you are a weakling. And no
You were down on
fight is
him.
here anymore without your puppets. 18 and 17 had to go. I
Yeah.
already know all about your plan to have them be absorbed by your darling cell,
Yeah,
so
so-
they can become perfect. If you've been wondering,
That is so trash though when you think about it, bro. Because like, bro, you made 17 and 18 just for them to get eaten by Cell, bro. Like, bro, if anything, just put them into 17 and 18, bro. Like, already put them into 17 or put 17 and 18 into Cell from the get go, bro. Like, why even create Cell and then have him to come clean up that mess, bro? Like, I don't get why he did that. Like, that's crazy, bro.
all of this because I'm from the future. And in my time,
I'm surprised you
your
told him
plan
that.
actually worked. You were killed by 17 in just the same way he attempted earlier. But eventually, Cell did get a hold of him and
Yeah.
his sister. but only to be eventually defeated
by a
Son
child.
Gohan, the first Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah, the first.
What? This information, of course, takes Gero back tremendously.
See, now,
It's shocking enough to...
he about to plan to make sure Super Saiyan 2, they can be Super Saiyan 2. He don't know nothing about no Super Saiyan 2. Now he about to plan to make some type of... Well, he already got Ultra Vegeta, Ultra Cell, so yeah.
Here the existence of time travel, but now also the inconceivable defeat of a perfect Cell, as he continues. The future. Impossible. Time travel. There's no way that could be achieved. Son Gohan.
Nigga, he knows
Son
everything
Goku's
you
child
did, bro.
defeated
Come
my
on now.
perfect Cell. This is preposterous. You surely can't expect me to believe that.
You ain't got
If
to.
you're so sure about this, then why even destroy them? Surely things would have turned out just as you said anyway. But Vegito, who is thoroughly unimpressed now, then continues. For a brilliant scientist, you sure are short-sighted. Just my appearance in this timeline has already shifted things completely.
Yeah,
If
so
I
things
let
are probably gonna
17 and
change.
18 live, there was no guarantee at all the rest of the timeline would go as normal.
Right.
In fact, it would most definitely not.
Yeah.
My timeline already had someone from the future arrive, and he ended up changing the events of our future completely
Yup.
when compared to his.
Yup.
What I did at the very least guaranteed Cell's destruction, now that he can never become perfect. In whatever way you cut it, that would always be a good thing for the future of
That's
this
not true,
universe.
because now you got Ultra Cell.
Dr. Gero again then becomes withdrawn, realizing what Vegito says is right.
And
finally
this probably
asks,
came out before that little
see.
Dragon Ball movie, right? Because that
So,
Dragon Ball
what
movie
now?
got Ultra Cell,
I
don't
guess
it?
you'll finish the job and find my dear Cell and destroy him too. But Vegito surprisingly has other ideas and responds,
This nigga about to make the League of Villains. This nigga about to make the League of Villains. Nah, bro. He about to make the League of Villains, bruh.
no, I wouldn't even know where to start looking anyway.
Okay.
But even then, he too is worth nothing, now that
Oh.
he can't absorb 17 or 18. In his imperfect
Why is
form,
Piccolo there?
he's now hardly any stronger than Piccolo once he fuses with Kami.
Oh.
But now that Goku and Vegeta are still alive too, there's not a hope in hell left for him. He'll die by their hands, not mine. But suddenly, after hearing this, Gero realizes something significant, thinking to himself, wait, he doesn't know. Of course he doesn't. He has no
was
idea I
asleep.
implanted Cell with his DNA and data. He still thinks of Cell as being the same imperfect form that just about equals 16 in strength.
Hey,
I
16
I
was
have to go
weak.
along with this. This is my chance. And so Vegito begins walking away finally, his back turned to the doctor until...
He gotta be playing.
Listen, old man. Just give it up. The androids, Cell, they were all destined to be defeated by Goku and his friends.
Okay, I think I know what's going on. I feel like the Goku side is talking right now, but the Vegeta side was awake when they was asleep. And he knew that, you know, his cells got taken or his DNA got taken for Cell. And he's probably trying to give him a chance to, like, do good, do the right thing, right? Because it's the Goku talking. And if he don't do the right thing, it's raps. He killing everybody. He's killing everything. That's what he about to do.
Regardless of whether I was here or not, it took you decades to build them. Time you could have spent advancing human civilization by light years.
Yeah.
You could have done a lot of good.
Right.
Just don't waste any more of your time chasing this pipe dream.
Yeah, don't take
Just
no
live your
waste.
life in quiet, because if you don't, I will be back.
And we'll kill everything. We'll wipe everything out.
And at first, a streak of fear rushes through Dr. Gero, but eventually, he calms himself and replies, yes, I agree. Now that I know beings like you can arrive at any time from the future, there has become just one too many variables to
Yeah,
account
so
for.
you're gonna have to chill out, right? Right,
Continuing
Gero?
this plan for revenge is now just pointless.
Right, right.
To which Vegeta responds, good to hear. Revenge. Pointless.
Oh, that's crazy. That's ironic.
Before then snapping his fingers in the air, suddenly summoning Whis' staff as if after his Zenkai, his control of some of the angelic powers has increased even further. He looks down at it one final time and thinks, finally, the time has come once again to give those deities what's coming to them. And just
He's
like
back
that,
on his path.
using his time rings, Vegeta opens up a portal back to his timeline, but into an unknown universe. And staring into the dark void with his angel staff in hand, his final words to Gero are,
Wait, so no Ultra Cell?
goodbye, Gero. You may think Cell was your greatest creation, but this arm you built me will go on to change everything you
This
could
nigga
ever
done gave him
imagine.
Thanos' wrist.
Stay safe. And with that, Vegeta then enters the portal and leaves this timeline for what should hopefully be the last time. Help! But unfortunately, some weeks pass, and a healthy, grown Cell is finally
Cell,
seen.
he out here sucking
Standing over
everybody.
his
see?
prey, and with his usually sadistic voice,
I knew this was
says,
gonna happen. Nah, basically they got a Trunks timeline, but with Cell. This is terrible. This is probably the worst thing that happened.
My food screams. Ah! As Cell iconically then stabs the old man in his back and slowly sucks into himself the very life force that held the man together, leaving behind nothing but a husk in its remains. But soon enough, a pair of familiar and respect-demanding feet land on the ground in front of this strange
like
creature,
Lil Gohan.
and it is revealed to be none other than
Piccolo.
now fused with Kami after witnessing the power of Ultra Vegito.
Okay.
As the Namekian yells out, "You done picking on people who can't fight back? How about you deal with me now?"
Okay, look at Piccolo standing for something.
Gladly, brother. But soon, we see a close-up of Imperfect Cell's face, and this is no ordinary Cell, as his eyes glisten with a classic
Okay,
Ultra
glistening,
Instinct shine
glistening.
before then uttering the most unthinkable of words. Hakai!
Wait, what? Nah, that's
And
yo,
Piccolo, along with the Dragon Balls,
bro,
forever.
bro,
Destruction tech.
nigga, how did he even, bro, what, bro, this nigga, that's the first thing the nigga did was a guy somebody, bro. Yo, I knew he had his DNA, but damn, he got his memories too.
Technique performed by a bio-android that Vegito
Nigga
had
said
unknowingly
Hakai.
Oh,
That nigga said I'm not wasting time.
Piccolo! As back on Kami's lookout, where Krillin, Trunks, Gohan, and Vegeta gathered to train for the arrival of the pink blob that Vegito had warned them of, each Z-Fighter reacts in shock, horror, and sadness.
Wait, but this is just a few months ago. This ain't 7 years later. Cause they said 7 years later the pink blob was coming.
Instead of heading straight for Cell and losing for sure, each would go into the hyperbolic time chamber to train. The first being Vegeta and
Oh,
his
I
son
know they
Trunks,
did.
who would
Everybody
both
did
go on to
here.
ascend to the next stage of Super Saiyan. While Gohan would train with Krillin, as Goku at this time
Gohan.
still remained bedridden.
Oh my god.
Gohan, still though, would
Gohan
unlock his
training with
Super Saiyan
Krillin is-
form after the many nightmares thinking of the death of his master Piccolo.
Wait.
Would unlock his Super Saiyan form after the many nightmares
he
thinking
unlocked
of the
Super
death
Saiyan.
of his master Piccolo.
Okay.
While Krillin, in his attempt to keep up, would attain a new level of power, but one that was still far from being anywhere close to the Saiyans.
Yeah, it's over with.
And so, the three Saiyans would gather together and attempt to fight this new being, Cell, at the same time.
That nigga Cell can end them at any time though. Like any time of the day he feel like he could just end them. Like it's over for them, bro. They have no hope.
Activation of Ultra Instinct.
Like he really don't even gotta
Every
take
one
the
of them
fight
left
serious.
in shock. Whoa! Oh, that looks the same as. And ultimately, with unbelievable
that?
ease, Imperfect Cell would go on to kill not only
Trunks?
Vegeta, future
Oh,
Trunks,
Jesus.
but also Team Gohan.
I told y'all that
absorbing
nigga was
each of them
trash.
into his body after combining
Damn!
their brilliant Saiyan life
This nigga beat all three of them at the same time, bro. This, yo, I'm not gonna lie, Vegito, bro, you're a terrible person, bro. You're a terrible person, bro. You basically just got the same people you cared about killed again.
force with his own and reaching an even greater.
And this time it's for real your
Now,
fault, bro.
Only Goku is left as the last remaining Saiyan, as he soon,
God.
in the next few hours, will wake up and discover what's happened while he was away. And all because of Ultra Vegito.
Jesus Christ, Goku might come back on some evil too now. Like this is no way, bro. Like he done lost everybody. These timelines are getting messed up like to an infinite degree. Like these are the worst of the timelines, bro. Like I remember watching so like Pokemon, right? You know how Pokemon is just like normal and everything, and it's just, you know, people don't really die like that and stuff. I remember watching a video like on Machina Bridge or something like that where they made like a dark version of Pokemon, bro. This junk just went extremely dark, bro. Goku, it's, man, I don't even know how Goku about to be. Goku about to come back a whole different type of person, bro. He about to, nigga, his training better be crazy if he wake up, you know. His training gonna have to be crazy. He might come back like Ultra Vegito too. So it's getting wild out here.